chicken and rice. Shit's trife, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. Ask Trayvon, Mike Brown, a Kai Gurley, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando, Alden Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil and said, I pray you die, every devil.
All right, Shalom, can you hear me, sis?
Shalom, Madon, I can hear you.
All right, calm. Add a one.
Sorry.
You'll get it, don't
I
worry.
asked you that. I thought you said it was either way.
Yeah, say add a one, or some people say add a one. Add a one. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, add a one.
I'm practicing.
Yeah, you'll get it, don't worry. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. All right. Shalom, y'all, by Shem Yashab Brakatah. My sisters, y'all, Shamar, Al Dhan by Shem Yahweh, priest and officer Kwamgwan of the ISUPK and the Commandant General Your Honor. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Of course, we've been bringing out the truth since 1969, and that's that Blacks, Latinos, First Nation man and woman are the chosen people of the Most High God. The Israelites that the Bible speaks about, and of course, the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks about. So today's topic is going to be Valentine's Day is Wicked. I'm not going to keep you too long. It's going to be a short and to the point class. We got a couple scriptures we're going to bring out, show a couple Google searches, and then that's what it's going to be. So we're going to jump right into it. All right. So let me share my screen. Let me see here. We'll go right into the scriptures. All right. If I could, Sister Tamika, could you see that?
Khan, sir.
All right, go ahead. Read that for me, please, Baba Kasha.
Exodus 20:3. Thou
Right.
shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Now, of course, like I explained to you before, most of these American holidays are rooted in paganism and the worship of some false god. All right, so this is number one. This is what the Lord is saying to the children of Israel. When I say children of Israel, talking to blacks, Hispanics, First Nation man or woman, it says in Exodus 20:3, thou, that's talking to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, a First Nation man or woman, because that's who the Bible is always talking to, shalt have no other gods before me. The me is the Most High God, Yahweh. So we cannot put any other gods before the Most High God. You understand that? And that's what we do when we celebrate things like Valentine's Day. Now, some people in the world might not be familiar that when you celebrate American holidays or Valentine's Day, that you're worshiping or honoring or celebrating a idol god. So let's show that first, okay, before we go into the rest of the scriptures. Let me stop sharing this real quick. We'll get back to that. Let me go to okay. So let's go into, we're going to start modern times, meaning, more recent than earlier times, and then we'll get into that first. Okay, so all right. Now, sis, can you see that on the screen?
Khan, sir.
Okay, Khan. All right. So what I'm gonna do is we're not gonna read this whole thing, but I'm gonna pull up a little part of it and just have you. Matter of fact, right here on the right, where it says overview, can you see this?
Look, I'm like 2050.
Okay,
I can't see that.
Okay, Khan, I can read it for you, sis. No problem, no sweat. All right, so it says I haven't actually clicked into it, so I'll just read what I see in here. So this is Saint Valentine, okay? All right. This has something to do with Valentine's Day. Now, this is more modern. Again, we're just talking about more modern times right at the moment, but we're going to go deeper into it right after this. All right. So Saint Valentine. was a 3rd century Roman saint commemorated in Western Christianity. Western Christianity is what you, if you're in a Christian church today, this is what you're taking part of. This is Christianity. We know Christianity was a big thing back in ancient Rome, and today in America would be considered Western Christianity. On February 14th, so this Saint Valentine was commemorated in Christianity on February 14th, right? So this has to do with Valentine's Day. And in Eastern Orthodoxy on July 6th. From the High Middle Ages, his feast day, okay, that's a very important few words right there, the feast day, because we're going to read scriptures that talks exactly about that, has been associated with a tradition of courtly love. He is also a patron saint of tyranny, epilepsy, and beekeepers. Saint Valentine was a clergyman, either a priest or a bishop in the Roman Empire, who ministered to persecuted Christians. He was martyred and his body buried in the Via Flaminia on February 14th, which has been observed as the feast of Saint Valentine, parentheses Saint Valentine's Day, since at least the 8th century. So they're talking about this this saint in the Roman Empire in a more recent aspect of what we're going to be talking about. Now, this is, and they dedicated a feast day to this saint. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, let's go into something earlier. Okay, so we know today that well, not everybody, but most people know, they just know about Valentine's Day, and they can, some people can type it in on Google and they can see Saint Valentine and they can put it together. But these things are always rooted in something much more pagan and much more earlier, and that's what we're going to talk about now. So let me see if I can see that here on the screen. Let me stop sharing that, then go to the next one. Let me see. Okay. Now, all right. Now, sis, can you see that?
I see it, Con. I see it now.
Okay. Now, if I could just read down, from the Lupercalia on down to festival name and so forth.
Look, I
If,
see it, sir. But my eyes are not like.
all right, do as best as you could. If you can't get it, then I'll pick it up. No big deal.
I gotta make my screen. Okay. You said start where?
Right there at the top, Lupercalia.
Lupercalia was a festival in ancient Rome that celebrated fertility. Your screen went okay. Fertility, health, and purification. It
Right.
was held annually on February 15th. The festival involved rituals, sacrifices, and whipping people with goat skin.
Yeah, keep going.
The festival was led by a group of priests called. Your screen keep. I don't know if it's mine or yours, but it keep like going in and out.
Really? Let me see.
Yes,
All right. I don't know. It's not doing nothing on my end. Can you still see it?
I can see it now.
Okay, go ahead.
The festival was led by a group of priests called the Luperci.
Luperci. Yeah.
Luperci. The
Mm-hmm.
festival took place in the Lupercal Cave on Palatine Hill,
Mm-hmm.
where Romulus and Remus were said to have been nursed by a she wolf.
Right.
Wow, what's a she wolf?
That was that's I believe that's where they got the term Lupercalia from. I think it has something to do with that wolf. Uh that's the name of the wolf or something like that. I think it's something like that. But keep going. Romulus is where Rome comes from. The Rome is from Romulus.
Okay.
All right, now go ahead.
The festival was also held in the Comitium,
Mm-hmm.
an open air public meeting place.
Right.
The festival was associated with spiritual cleansing. It went out again. The festival was associated with spiritual cleansing and honoring the past.
Okay. All right, just read that last one and I'll pick it up. Festival rituals. Matter of fact, I got it for you.
Okay,
Just let me know if can you can still you're still see everything else, right?
I can see it.
Okay. Festival rituals. The Luperci sacrificed goats and a dog. The Luperci wiped blood from the sacrificial goat on a knife. The Luperci used a knife to spread blood on their foreheads. The Luperci ran around the city naked, whipping people with goat skins. All right. Festival name. The name Lupercalia may come from the Latin word lupus, which means wolf. See, there it is. The name Lupercalia comes from the Latin word lupus, which means wolf. All right. The festival may also be connected with the Roman fertility god Lupercus. All right. I'm scrolling down a little bit more. Lupercalia, also known as Lupercal, was a pastoral festival of ancient Rome observed annually on February 15th to purify the city, promoting health and fertility. That's what the whole thing about taking the thongs and smacking the women with bloody thongs and stuff like that, because promoting fertility, meaning to get with these women and have sex with them. That's what this is about. Fertility cult. Lupercalia was also known as Dies Febratis, after the purification instruments called Febra, the basis for the month named February. Basically February. That's where it comes from, this Lupercalia. So February comes from Lupercalia. All right. So that's what it is in earlier times. To sum it all up, these priests on a place called Palatine Hill dipped these thongs in goat's blood and ran around chasing the other heathens, you know what I mean, smacking them, striking them with the thong, and it supposedly promotes fertility. They would get with these people and and basically like be their, what you call today, Valentine. They would be their sex slave for like a year or so, and that's pretty much what it was. So this is all rooted in some pagan ritual, basically. But today, they just, how they hide it is they name it something else. You see what I'm saying? They make it sound like it's something that's fun or something good when it really comes from some type of pagan practice. All right, so Valentine's Day is really Lupercalia. That's basically what it's saying. Now, remember, we just talked about this is rooted in worship of some god. Now, let me show you this. All right, let me stop sharing that. And let me show you this. 1 second. Okay. All right. Now, I know you done heard of this fella right here. You see that?
Come on, sir. Good old Cupid.
You see how the white man is, the devil that he is. And not only is it this just some pagan devilish things, but you see a little fat white baby with wings. That's what people think angels look like.
Wow.
That's what they do. That's why when the scriptures say he covereth the faces of the judges thereof, that's what it's talking about. The white man takes the Christ, the angels, the Most High God, and he makes them look like himself. When angels don't even really look like this. You see what I'm saying? I can show you what angels look like in the Bible, but it don't look nothing like this. But that's what the white man wants it to look like because, wants it to look like because he's, he's in charge. So we're talking about the worship of certain gods. In Roman mythology, Cupid is the god of love, desire, and attraction. He is often depicted as a winged infant or a cherub carrying a bow and arrow. Origin: Cupid's name comes from the Latin verb cupere, which means desire, love, or lust. He's the son of Venus, the goddess of love. His father is thought to be either Vulcan or Mars. This is talking about the worship of like celestial bodies and like sun, moon, stars type stuff, Greek mythology and stuff like that. That's what this is talking about. Arrows. Cupid's quiver held two types of arrows. One with a sharp golden tip to make people fall in love, another with a dull lead tip to drive love away. All right. I'll skip down to Valentine's Day. 19th century Victorians popularized Valentine's Day and began depicting Cupid on Valentine's Day cards. All right. So this is one of the many gods that you will be worshiping by celebrating, any American holiday. Valentine's Day, Cupid is one of the gods. Luperci, Lupercus, or whatever. That's another god that you would be, holding in high esteem on Valentine's Day. See, these devils are very crafty. What they do. See, the thing is, they got us doing the things of their people. We're doing the customs and the practices of other nations, and the elite of these heathens, the people that really know or that are knowing, they know that if they get you to do these type of things, they know that you won't have the protection of the Most High God, and therefore they can rule over you. You understand that? They know that as long as you sinning, that you won't have the protection of the Most High God. So this is this is something that we should take very personal, and we should be very angry at it because they know how to get us off our square, to not, be in good graces with the Most High God. So if we're sinning against God, celebrating holidays, we don't have his protection. And this is why you see things like police brutality and they get away with it. All the different curses and plagues and stuff that we face today as blacks and Hispanics. This is some of the reasons why, because of these devilish ass holidays, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? So Cupid is one of the gods that you're going to worship. Luperci, this is Saint Valentine's. This is all the same type of things. They just change the narrative depending on the time frame. All right. So now we're going to jump back into some scriptures. And like I said, we're going to get through this pretty quick. Let me see. Let me get see which one I want to pull. We'll go to Deuteronomy 6 and 14. Yeah, Deuteronomy 6 and 14. So I'll pull it up here on the screen. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Can you see that, sis? Oh, I didn't share it yet. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me get that back up there. All right. Can you see it now?
Come on, sir.
All right. The water. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. Deuteronomy 6 and 14. Ye shall not go after other gods, of the gods of the people which are round about you. That's what we were just talking about. Cupid, Luperci. You know what I mean? These are the gods of the people round about us. All right. These are the gods of the people round about us. So indulging in Valentine's Day, this is the type of things that you're going to be doing. You're going to be unknowingly, people, brothers and sisters in the world don't know this. You understand that? There is some that may know it, but most people don't know. They look at it as, most men look at it as a day to make your woman happy. You know what I mean? Give the woman what she want, put a smile on her face for a day. You know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, you're really messing around with it. It's probably some like the general said in the class the other day, your main chick is somebody's savage. He said that in class the other day. A lot of these women are being passed around, and and if you don't get her some chocolates, a card, and a big teddy bear on Valentine's Day, she's gonna go right to the next nigga. You know what I mean? That's how it is in the world. And anybody in the world that don't agree, then hey, it is what it is. But of course, sisters in the UPK, they know better, to conduct themselves this way. But women in the world, if you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, you are the worst nigga on the planet. That's how they're gonna make you feel. And I remember back in the day when I was in the world and I celebrated. I remember, I ain't gonna lie to you, sis. I remember one time back in the day, I think my oldest daughter's mother. I remember I remember going all out for this broad, man. It's like I remember. Oh man, I don't even. This is not pre-cyphers and Kwumguan. This is that nigga in the world. All right. So let me tell you, let me put that out there first. So I remember and after this, I want you to share one of your experiences. so because I don't want to be the only fool on the screen, you know what I mean? And I'll mess with you. But listen, so I had I remember we were newly together, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, I'm about to really, make this girl feel real special. You know what I'm saying? I go get the hotel. My dumb ass throwing rose petals on the floor and all types of shit. The rose petals on the floor in the bathtub. You know what I'm saying? I got gifts and shit waiting on the bed. I go all the way back to get her, blindfold the broad. You know what I'm saying? Blindfolded her. You know what I'm saying? Took her. You know what I'm saying? Drove her. I think, matter of fact, we were going out to Monroeville too. We were going out to Monroeville, like a hotel there. Make a long story short, did all that, got her out there. And I remember getting her there, and I remember thinking, like, she didn't receive it the way I thought she would. Like, she was all right with it, but she wasn't like, I'm thinking like, man, this nigga went hard and all this and that. So I'm thinking she gonna be, you know what I mean, like jumping up for joy. And I remember thinking like, damn, like I went this hard, man. I ain't never doing this shit again.
Ungrateful. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
God, since I'm telling you, listen. And that was just the way the Most High God saying, you dumbass nigga.
Right.
You're gonna learn one day. And I did. You know what I'm saying? I did. So that's what we always got to understand here in the ISUPK. And that's what I want people to understand is that, I have the truth now, and I've been in the truth for some years. And of course, I wasn't always in the truth. So I understand what it's like to be in the world and to make these decisions. You understand that? But it's my job as a priest and prophet in the ISUPK and the commanding general Yohana to make sure that you know about these things that I didn't know then. If I can, help you with that and let you know the truth about these things and help stop you from sinning, that's what I'm supposed to do. Like the Lord says, we're supposed to fish our people out of the world. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And I'm just sharing my story with you. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day anymore. It's been a good probably 15 years or something like that now. But Yeah, those things have happened. Anything you want to share with us, sis? Come on, don't act like I'm the only one.
Cause sir, I don't. How can I really can't explain. I was never in the holidays like that.
Con, con.
So guys would like if you taking care of me all year, like what
Right.
like I was the type that would go get him something on Valentine's Day and make him
Con,
feel special because you did the thing all year.
con.
Just
That's heavy what you're bringing out. That's heavy because that sounds like a woman, you know what I mean, who understands the value of her man or her husband. You understand that? And again, don't it's not unlawful for you to get a present or for you to wrap presents or for you to get chocolate or eat chocolate. It's just unlawful for you to do it that day and for that reason and to be serving those gods. You understand that? So it's not unlawful to eat candy or to, you know what I mean? Again, get somebody chocolate or something like that. But you understand that and when it's an established solemn assembly, which we will bring out in the scriptures in a few, that's when it becomes unlawful because the white man tells you to do it. You understand that? That's when the problems come in because we're not supposed to do things of the nations round about us. But yeah, the water for sharing that experience. But yeah, like I said, these things, and I remember, like I said, just to wrap that up, I remember being in the world. These things used to be like because you were raised on them, you thought they were so serious. Like, and it was like, and I remember thinking like if you didn't get somebody something for Christmas or Valentine's Day or their birthday, it was like, man, you better go hide up in the damn corner for a while. You know what I mean? It was this. The world makes you feel like a terrible person when you don't partake in what the masses are doing. But of course, thankful for the ash you became the commander Junior Hanna. We know better. You understand that because Commander Junior Hanna held on to the truth, and then, he taught the other generals, captains, and officers and so forth, troopers and everything, and then even the sisters, So, we owe Commander Junior Hanna a great deal, more so the Most High God and Yahweh Shai. You understand that? But Commander Junior Hanna is the one that held on to the truth. He's the best man walking today. So, I mean, I'm forever grateful for him. All right, so let's go. Let's move on. We'll get through this. Let's go to Deuteronomy 11 and 16, and I'll pull that up and read it. All right, Deuteronomy 11 and 16. Okay, here we go. It says in Deuteronomy 11 and 16, take heed to yourselves that your heart be not deceived. Your heart is talking about your mind, which is the seat of the intelligence. That's what it means when it's talking about the heart. And you turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. All right. So it's talking about be careful and take heed because you'll be doing things thinking that they're normal. Somebody in your family may, convince you to do these things, or you might have parents that are not in the truth, and they raise you up on celebrating things like Valentine's Day, and we're going to get into that shortly. There's another scripture, a real good scripture on that. But yes, these holidays and Valentine's Day is rooted in celebrating other gods. All right, so that's why the Lord says, "Take heed to yourselves that you be not deceived." All right, don't be deceived in your mind. I know it lures you in. They show all the bright, the red, the so-called hearts, even though hearts don't look like that. You understand that? All the music and women can seduce you with the lingerie and all that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that they do on these days to try to get you to fool you into joining. So you got to be very careful about these things. That's what it's saying. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to Deuteronomy 11 and 28. Pull that up here. All right. Let me see. Okay. It says in Deuteronomy 11 and 28, and a curse if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day to go after other gods which ye have not known. So these gods, Cupid, Lupercal, even in America, Caesar Borgia, who is white Jesus, all these different gods that the god of the Arabs, Allah, you worship on the cobblestone. These are gods of the people round about us, and these are gods that our ancestors, our fathers, did not know these gods. King David, King Solomon, Christ. These people wouldn't know what the hell these gods are. The Christian cross. They try to associate the cross with Christ, and Christ wouldn't even know what the hell that is. I mean, he might. I know during the Roman times they hung people on the crosses, but what I'm saying to you is, the cross does not represent Jesus Christ. And why the hell would you want to wear something on your neck symbolizing the way he died? Like, you know what I mean? You think you want to be remembered like that? We do remember the sacrifice that he did for us and what he did for us as our king, but I'm not wearing no damn cross on my neck. First of all, it's an idol. and it has nothing to do with, you know what I mean, what Christ would want you to do. All right. Now we're going to go to Deuteronomy 13:6. Moving along. I think this is the one about the relatives. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. All right. Now, sis, if you could you read this one for me, Bubba Kusha?
Con, sir. If thy brother, thy son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or thy wife of thy bosom, or thy friend,
Mm-hmm.
which is, it went out, which is as thine own soul,
Mm-hmm.
entice thee secretly,
Right.
saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers.
Right. Now, we have talked about this earlier. This is talking about, relatives, friends, children, husband, wife. If these people come up to you and say, hey, what about this Valentine's Day? Are we celebrating Christmas? Let's go shopping for a Christmas tree. We're gonna take Easter pictures. Everybody done that in the black community. Everybody's done that. I'll never forget that back in the day. Easter Sunday, you putting on the stupid ass white man clothes, take pictures with your siblings for Easter.
And haven't been to church all year.
Running around. I remember the stupid ass Easter egg hunts. Oh man,
Man.
these things are. When I look at it now as a grown man in the ISGPK, that stuff is totally homo to me. It is. If you
Con.
really think about it, it's just homo. Yeah, imagine a man doing a goddamn Easter egg hunt right now, and there are men to do that. I'm seriously, there's men to do that. You know what kills me too, sis? After slavery and Christmas, during Christmas time, you know what I see brothers doing? Bus drivers riding around with stupid ass Christmas tree hats on their head. I mean,
Wow.
Christmas hats on their head. I'll be just looking at these brothers like, you can't be serious, man. I mean, come on, you're a 40-year-old, 30, 40, 50-year-old man, and you driving around with a hat on your head like you Santa. I mean, I like I said, I just think it's just totally homo. You know what I mean? I just think it is. I mean, especially as a grown man. When you're a kid, you might not know, these things are put on you from your family members and stuff, but it's just totally homosexual to me. And that's just my view on that. All right, I'm gonna go to
Con.
13:7.
You know what
13
else
and
is
7. Go
homo? The
ahead,
baby
sis.
showers, like the big baby shower events, and all the men be there playing the game. When did they start doing that?
Hey, listen. I remember General Muhammad always says this about it's not unlawful for fireworks, but of course during the 4th of July it is, but he said a man gazing up at the sky at the fireworks like, wow. I mean, think about that.
Oh, so like what? They are so
Yeah,
feminine now. It's
yeah,
like
yeah. You
I'm
just
so
imagine
happy.
looking at it.
Guys.
You see a man doing that. You looking over there like, nigga, what?
Like, what is you
Like,
doing?
like you're amazed by this? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Calm
yeah,
down.
so right, God. So Deuteronomy 13:7. Namely of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth, even to the other end of the earth. So the gods of the people round about, that's what Cupid is. That's what the Lupercal are. That's what white Jesus Christ, Cesar Borgia, uh, Allah. These are gods of the people round about us. This is why the Lord wants us to separate from these people, because they serve other gods. This is also why the Lord doesn't want us to intermarry with heathen nations, because they worship another God, and therefore they will have you worshiping their gods. That's what King Solomon did. King Solomon had a lot of wives and different heathen wives. He had like I think it said 700 wives and 300 concubines or something like that. And in his old age, he started erecting temples and stuff like that for these women, for their gods, because he loved his wives. And that's what ultimately, destroyed him and destroyed, broke our nation up and split us into a divided nation. That's when we became the northern and southern kingdom. You see, so this is why the Lord doesn't he doesn't say because of their skin color. He says because of their deeds, and they are not the children of the Most High God, and they will serve other gods. Therefore, they will have you serving them gods. Imagine being in the house and you with a heathen, and they like, well, I want to celebrate Christmas. I want to put on an Easter outfit. I want to do this. I want to do that. And for the most part, There's a lot of sisters and brothers in the world that will do these things too. But the difference is they can repent and they can be accepted by the Most High God. Heathens can't. You understand that? So, and heathens just don't give a damn about the Most High God. What have you ever known a heathen that really, like, really loves God and serves God? I don't know one. Like, I mean, even though they can't, I still don't know one that even tries to do it.
Come on, sir.
Yeah, I don't know any. I don't know
They're too
any.
evil to even think about love
Yeah,
or
right.
being obedient.
Con. They don't have it in them. They just don't have it in them. You know
They
what I mean?
don't.
They just don't have it in them. They're just not people of the Most High God. That's just, that's not who they are. All right. Deuteronomy 13 and 8. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him. Neither shall thine eye pity him. Neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. This is talking about if somebody in your family is trying to get you to celebrate these holidays or worship these gods, trying to get you to, make yourself a god on your birthday. You worship, you celebrating Christmas, which is Nimrod's birthday. These are different things that these people can convince you to observe or to celebrate. And it's saying to you, don't listen to them and don't pity them either. Don't spare them and don't conceal them. Don't hide them, because why? Because this is what the Lord wants you to do in the Old Testament. Deuteronomy 13 and 9. But thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. See, and back then they were stoned, brothers and sisters. You understand that? So this is saying in the Old Testament, this is before Christ was the sacrifice for us. And it wasn't for Christ, none of us would be able to come into the truth, because we all be worthy of death. Because we have all celebrated holidays. We have all, smoked weed. We have all done things that we shouldn't done, committed adultery, been an adulteress, and so forth. But thou shalt surely kill him. This is what the Old Testament said. Okay. So this was a serious thing to, celebrate and worship other gods. The Lord's letting you know the Lord ain't no goddamn sissy, man. You know what I mean? The Lord is a man of war. That's in the Bible. The Lord is a man of war. You understand that? So he is putting your ass to death if you're not listening. Now, he can have mercy on you because the Lord can do whatever he wants to do. But you can't take it lightly, because he could put you to death. That's in the Bible. And you read it right there. All right. So now let's go to Amos 5 and 21. We got a few more before we jump out of here. Amos 5 and 21. Okay. This is the book of Amos. Oh, that damn, I'm gonna do it wrong. Salakia. Give me 1 second. Okay. 5 and 21. All right. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5 and 21. It says, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell on your solemn assemblies. Valentine's Day is a feast day. A feast day is something when you sit down and have an elaborate meal or eat something. On Valentine's Day, that food or feast would be candy. Okay, that's what the feast is talking about. And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. The Lord is not, he don't give a damn about what you're putting together on Christmas and Halloween and all these foods that you think smell and taste good. The Lord don't give a damn about that. That's what he's saying. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. A solemn assembly, when you come together on Valentine's Day with your other half, your man or your woman, that's a solemn assembly. When y'all get together and exchange gay ass Valentine's Day cards and feed each other chocolate, like I said, I was once one of them brothers in the world that did that stupid, what I'm saying? Again, so I'm talking crap, but I'm just letting you know what I mean? It was wrong. And today I wouldn't do these things. So you got to be like the men in the ISUPK. All right. So we don't do that now. All right. We're grown now. We're grown men and women. All right. Amos 5 and 22. This is one of the sisters. We're getting to one of the sisters' favorite scriptures. Amos 5 and 22. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Okay, so that meal, the Lord is not taking it in. All right, he doesn't care. Here you go. I'll let the sis read this. She likes this one. Amos 5 and 23. Can you hear that? Can you see that?
Con, sir.
Yeah, read that one.
Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs. Not hear, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows. He only want to hear music, the gospel music.
God,
The scripture is so hilarious to me.
Isn't it? Because it's because it is like when you read that, you see a nigga reading that. You see what I'm saying? You think of a nigga like to get that shit out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't want to hear
back. What you know what fucks me up? Remember the movie? What is it? What is it? Is it Menace? Where he be like, when Sharif be in the car, he be trying to put that Black Power music on.
Oh yeah.
He be like, get out here with that Black Power shit. Yeah, like that's what I think about. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows. The Lord don't want to hear that stupid as gospel music, and He don't want to hear about your stupid love making music for Valentine's Day. Niggas get into scent mode and drop to their knees and start singing to their woman with roses in their mouth and all that type of stuff. The Lord don't care about none of that. He don't want to hear nothing about these holidays or you celebrating and worshiping. None of that. That's what this is saying. Okay, that's simply what that is saying. All right, the Lord is not with it. We're gonna go to we got 3 more and then we'll get out of here. Let's go to Colossians 2 and 8. Colossians 2 and 8. Let me see. Okay. All right. It's the book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Yahushua. So beware, be on guard, black man and black woman. Be on guard because something is trying to get you. Least any man spoil you. Spoil you means to rob you through philosophy. Philosophy is what? The thoughts of men. It's going to say that. In vain deceit. Vain meaning useless or worthless. Something that is vain is of man and is worthless. After the tradition of men. After the rudiments, meaning principles of the world. And the as you became the command in General Yohana, we are not of the world. You understand that? We are in the as you became. We serve the Most High God in Christ. So we're not after the rudiments of the world. We are after what Christ would do. But these holidays, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas, birthdays, New Year's, these are all rudiments of the world, traditions of men. And that's the difference. You have to ask yourself, would Christ do these things? And Christ would not do these things. Christ wouldn't give a damn about no Valentine's Day. Matter of fact, Christ he decided not to even have a wife when he came back as Yahushua. So there you go. So Christ wouldn't do it. You don't do it. All right. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 8 and 1. And again, we're talking about Valentine's Day here. Valentine's Day being wicked. All right. Valentine's Day is a wicked thing. All right. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 1. Now, as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. So offering things to idols is the food that you eat on those holidays. That's offering food to an idol. All right. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth not, yet as he ought to know. But if any man love God, the same is known of him. How do we know you love God? By doing what the hell he says to do. That's how we know you love God. And everybody knows you're a man of God because they can see how you walk it, you live it. You know what I'm saying? You're in the truth. You're doing everything that the Lord says to do. That's how we know. Verse 4. As concerning, therefore, the eating of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols, we know that an idol is nothing in the world, and that there is none other God but one. So Cupid, Luperci, Nimrod, Janus, even you making yourself a god on your birthday. There's no God but one, the Most High God, Yahweh. All right. For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or on earth, because there be many, Lord's many. Verse 6, but to us there is but one God, the Father, of whom are all things, and we in him, and one Lord Jesus Christ, by whom are all things, and we by him. So give your allegiance and your praise to the Most High God, Yahweh. That's it. No one else. No one else deserves that. Why the hell you want to give praise and honor to Cupid? A little fat white baby with wings. You understand that? Or the Luperci or Nimrod. You understand that? These are all Janus. When you celebrate New Year's, that's what you're celebrating there, Janus. That's where January comes from. So these are all things you got to understand. The things that we learn in Christian church, we got to peel those layers off and get back to the source, what really is true. Christianity has destroyed our people. You understand that? So we got to forget that, unlearn all of that, and be retaught in the Ashubk and the command in Junior Honor. All right, let's get one more. We're going to go 2 Timothy 4 and 4. All right, 2 Timothy 4 and 4. Okay. All right. All right. Sis, can you see that? And can you read that for me, Baba Kusha?
Con, sir.
Okay. The water.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables.
Unto what?
Fables.
Give me an example of a fable, sis.
Christmas.
Yeah, right.
Easter
What they
bunny.
say happens? Yeah, what they say happens on these holidays.
Well, Christmas, he come down the chimney and bring. I ain't never played no white man bringing my kids no to go sit
God,
on
God,
no
God,
white man's lap. I ain't never played that.
God. You ever think about Easter? You know what I'm saying? What they got bunnies laying eggs.
Right now, I did do the Easter, but you know the
Yeah,
crazy,
God. I'm saying, but bunnies, you know what I'm saying? They got bunnies laying eggs, is what I'm saying.
and they
Yeah,
can't even lay eggs.
yeah, God. That's
Yo,
what I'm
that was
saying
the
about
crazy part.
that's what I'm saying. You see them saying how they get you? It's crazy what they have you growing up believing.
It's
You understand
crazy.
that? It's crazy. I got you see that?
Easter, like
Go
another
ahead.
Christmas, like they will go out and spend thousands of dollars on kids for
God.
Easter, like getting PS5, all this. I'm like, what?
Yeah, for Easter, right?
Right.
You got to get a new Easter outfit. You know what I'm saying? A new, new this, new that. Like it's all about money, sis. And but before we get out of it, I'm gonna show you these last two things. So that's what you see up on the screen. It says fable. All right, now I'll read that to you. Um, Fable, a fictitious narrative or statement such as a legendary story of supernatural happenings. We just talked about that. Fat white man sliding down a chimney, jumping on reindeers that's 3 times, he's 1,000 times bigger than a reindeer, but he's riding these reindeers and all these things. A narration intended to enforce a useful truth, falsehood, and a lie, especially one in which animals speak and act like human beings. That's a fable. That's like in the garden where they try to make it like it's a real snake talking to Eve. That's a
Yeah.
falsehood and a lie. It's a fable. You understand that? We don't listen to fables here and how it should be carried to command and general your honor. All right, we don't do that here. All right, so last thing I'm gonna show you here before we jump out of here, I want to show you, um, what happens actually on Valentine's Day. Let me see, 1 second. All right,
Concert, and if you don't mind, may I add, the
go ahead.
Immaculate Conception is one of the biggest fables.
Damn right, you damn right. Yeah, they want to make it like some supernatural ghosts, then got married, pregnant, and it's just, and you have never seen anybody. Black women, Hispanic women, First Nation women have always got pregnant by one way: rod. That's how they get pregnant. You understand that? Mary got pregnant by Joseph, Christ's father. Simple as that. All right.
Concert.
Now, okay. Now I don't know if you can see this on the screen. It's the last thing. You see this here? Can you read this little part right here? It might be a little smart for you to see it, but this is the last little part right here.
Con. Hold on, I don't know why I keep going in and out. In 2025,
Mm-hmm.
Americans are expected to spend a record of 27.5 billion on
Mm,
Valentine's Day, according to
mm,
the National Retail Federation (NRF). This
mm-hmm.
is an increase of about 1.6 billion from 2023.
You see how serious it is?
Oh, I never knew it was this serious.
This is Christmas is the biggest one, but this is why they want you to celebrate these holidays because it means money for them and
Oh,
disobedience to your God. We make money for the oppressor's kingdom, and we get uh, a punishment from the Most High God by being disobedient. So it's like a double, sword. You understand that? We making this empire rich as hell. Look, you think about it. They making $27.5 billion. How the hell is there still homeless people?
how?
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh,
And now you know why they're able to give aid to the Ukrainians and the Afghanistan, whatever the hell you call them, Afghans, all these people that come into America to flee for refuge, they give them all types of aid and help, but they don't do a goddamn thing for blacks and Hispanics. You see that they want to kick us out of America.
sir.
You see what Donald Trump just did to our brothers and sisters.
Oh,
You see, so this is why these things are happening. Again, the topic is Valentine's Day and it being wicked. So I just wanted to bring up a few scriptures about that. And this is something that if you're a black man, let go of Valentine's Day, black man, black woman, you too. Stop holding your man, and Hispanic woman, black and Hispanic woman, stop holding your man to this and making him feel like he's nothing because he didn't get you a goddamn Valentine's Day gift. You understand that, and vice versa. You understand that these are things that angers the Lord, and we are not to do. We are to keep the law, statutes, and commands of the Most High God. We just read about 6 or 7 scriptures, 8 scriptures where we prove that. You understand that? We also showed that, you're just doing nothing but making this kingdom rich and upsetting your God. You understand? The Most High God, Yahweh. All right. Anything else you want to say, sis, before I close it out?
Sir, I just want to add, like, as a woman, we shouldn't take these holidays so serious to where we keep loving the fathers away from their children because he didn't say Happy Valentine's Day. And God
Con,
wants us to celebrate these things because it creates division.
that's heavy what the sister is bringing out. Heavy, and you're absolutely right. It's amazing that a holiday means that much to a sister or a brother, that if you don't get what you want out of it, you're ready to take the child out of the person's life. I mean,
Unbelievable.
that is it's unbelievable. But you know what? Like the scriptures say, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. That's what it is. Because we have not served our God and lack the knowledge of our God, we are capable of anything. That's why I like the scriptures say, man are like beasts. Without the law, statutes, commands, we are like beasts. That's what Adam was like before he got the truth. He was roaming the earth, doing anything, eating whatever he want, doing whatever he want, having sex whatever he want. And then the Lord blew in his nostrils the breath of life. That's what it's talking about. It's talking about the truth. He gave Adam the truth. You understand that? And then he became a living soul. So just like Adam became a living soul when he got the truth, the ISUPK and the Command and General Yohana is going to give you that same truth, and then you will become a living soul. So with that, I'm going to close out the class. And again, this is the ISUPK and the Command and General Yohana, started at 1 West 125th Street. We got the Passover coming up. So if you can make that, you definitely want to get out there and see the Passovers in Atlanta. It's the week of the 10th. It's from I think it's about the 9th or the 8th to the 13th. So I think that's what it is. But I'll be down there from the 10th to the 13th, which is Thursday to Sunday. And again, anybody that's Black, Hispanic, or First Nation man or woman can come. Don't be that brother that brings a heathen or an African or something, like, you know what I mean. Don't be that brother, you know what I mean. But other than that, the water for tuning in, and shalom, Israel. Shalom, the water, sis.
Shalom.